for example 3, I don't have a congruent statement. It just tells us these triangles are congruent, find x and y. And so I'm going to look at the little tick marks and compare those to each triangle. So for x, I have 7x minus 4, 2 tick marks, so I can compare that to 31. So my first equation, 7x minus 4 equals 31. And then the second one, we have to solve for y. And it says that 4y plus 8 has 3 tick marks. So that is comparable to 24 here. And then we can just solve each one. So 7x would equal 35, which equals 5. Okay, so x equals 5. And then for the last one there, subtract our 8. And divide by the 4, and we get 4. Okay, in part B, we are given a congruent statement. Okay, our congruent statement lists all congruent sides and all congruent angles. So that's where we list here. So this is just wanting letters, not numbers. We're not finding measurements yet. Okay, then find values of x and y. So we list that here, and find the measure of angle C. Alright, so over here, this part, we can just use the congruent statement to help us solve. So angle A goes with angle P. Angle B would go with measure of angle Q. And then angle C has to go with the measure of angle R. For sides, AB goes with PQ. BC would be QR, and CA would be RP. Alright, so now we need to start looking at finding x and y. So angle P, that matches up with angle A. Okay, so we know that this angle P has to equal 64. Okay, so that's going to be our first equation. Okay, Q matches up with B, and B is 62. Okay, and then the last thing is it says to find angle C down here, and so I'm going to have to add these up and subtract from 180 to get my last measurement there. Alright, so first thing, let's do our x. So 8x plus 24 equals 64. Solve that. I got 5. Then for y, we have 3y minus 10 equals 62. So solve, we get 3y equals 72, and that means that y is 24. Okay, and then lastly, we add up our two angles A and B over here, so 64 and 62. And then we subtract that from the 180, and we get 54 degrees.